Good day, listeners. Welcome to Verdict TV, the news updates. Emefiele is not going down alone. See those he mentioned as his accomplice in corruption scandal. Thank you once again, but please do well to subscribe to this channel by clicking on the subscribe button and also the bell for more updates. To the news details, please listen carefully to the end. Nigerians suspended Central Bank Governor Godwin Emefiele has been detained by the country's security services for alleged involvement in the Naira redesign scam that also implicated the suspended chairman of the anti-corruption body, the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission (EFCC), Abdulrasheed Bawah. Emefiele had been criticized for printing and lending money to the Nigerian central government, which added heavily to the country's high inflation, which stood at 22% in April. He had also maintained multiple exchange rates for the Naira, which caused severe dollar shortage and a weak currency. Sources within the DSS said that Emefiele and Bawah have been interrogated over various allegations of corruption and abuse of office, especially the controversial Naira redesign policy that caused chaos and hardship for Nigerians earlier this year. According to the sources, Emefiele claimed that Bawah was behind the memo that former President Buhari approved in November 2022 to introduce new Naira notes in denominations of 200 Naira, 500 Naira, and 1,000 Naira, and phase out the old ones by January 31, 2023. The policy was widely seen as a ploy by some powerful elements in the presidency to frustrate the presidential ambition of Bola Tinubu, the candidate of the ruling All Progressives Congress (APC), who was suspected of having huge cash reserves in his warehouses. However, Bawah denied Emefiele's allegation and accused him and the former Attorney General of the Federation (AGF), Abubakar Malami, of pressuring him to write the memo because they were afraid of Tinubu's financial muscle. The sources said that Bawah was invited by the DSS on Wednesday night around 9:02 p.m. and grilled for several hours. His invitation came shortly after he was suspended indefinitely by President Tinubu, who took over from Buhari after he left office on May 29. Tinubu said he suspended Bawah to allow for a thorough investigation into his conduct following weighty allegations of abuse of office against him. A statement issued by the Director of Information, Office of the Secretary to the Government of the Federation, Willie Bassi, on Wednesday confirmed Bawah's suspension. Emefiele, on the other hand, was arrested by the DSS on Monday and flown from Lagos to Abuja for interrogation. He was also suspended by President Tinubu on Tuesday, pending the outcome of the investigation and the planned reforms in the financial sector. A statement by Bassi said that Emefiele was directed to hand over his office to the Deputy Governor, Operations Directorate, who will act as the Central Bank Governor until further notice. Remember that Emefiele was suspended, and after his suspension, he was arrested by the DSS. Not long, the president also suspended the EFCC chairman, and he was also arrested, and they were both interrogated. Remember that the CBN actually came out with a new Naira policy which caused hardship on Nigerians, declaring that the old Naira notes would no longer be a legal tender after December 31, and this actually brought untold sufferings on Nigerians. But it has earlier been reported that Emefiele defied the Supreme Court ruling that declared the old Naira note legal tender until December 31. So, and also there have been alleged of abuse of office. While they were in office, they have been involved in different things. Emefiele was involved in terrorism, financing, and fraud. The EFCC chairman abused his office. And both of them were countering one another. EFCC chairman was saying it was Emefiele and the AGF that that pressured him to actually sign the new Naira note policy. And Emefiele was saying it was the EFCC chairman that gave him the directive to go ahead with it. But they actually mentioned other people involved in this. They actually mentioned the AGF. They actually mentioned Buhari's cousin and other people. And this was confirmed by this statement was issued by the Director of Information, Office of the Secretary to the Government of the Federation, Willie Bassi, that those people have been suspended, and also they are going through thorough investigation into their conduct about the weighty allegations of abuse of office against them. So, it was also reported how Emefiele was shielded by the Chief of Defense Staff during the tenure of Buhari, whereby the DSS was trying to arrest him, but all to no avail, because they provided soldiers to guard him, his residence and office, when the DSS attempted to arrest him in February. He did not know that once the new president comes in, he has his own tactics, he knows how he's going to play his games. So now these two people are either suffering on what they made Nigerians to suffer before the presidential election and even after the elections. So economic analysts expect a series of changes at the central bank, including a gradual devaluation of the Naira and a unified exchange rates. Bauer's involvement in the purported scam has also tarnished his reputation as a young and dynamic anti-corruption crusader, who was appointed as the head of EFCC in February by the former president, who was ousted by Tinubu in a controversial court ruling that annulled his re-election. So those people are facing several allegations of corruption and election fraud. We have come to the end of the news. Do you believe that the federal government will see to the end of these two people? Please share your view in the comment section. Thank you.